Morning, all. All right, so we got 3 games in the National Hockey League tonight, a day where we're also seeing 3 games postponed, including the New Jersey Tampa game, which was expected to go ahead as recently as, 48 hours ago and has since been postponed. And again, the NHL, with all the postponements, it's as frustrating to me as it is to anybody watching these videos. It is. But again, I'm here to report on what goes on in the National Hockey League, and getting upset and screaming and yelling just not going to help. So, anyways, we got 3 games tonight. They are completely spread out from one another. There's 2 hours between the start time for these two, and then there's an hour and a half between the start time of this one and this one. So they're nicely spread out. So I'm considering doing other video stuff tonight too, because it's a long time of hockey without there actually being a break. And when it's a 3 game review, usually it's just the hardcore THG viewers that'll watch that. So we got 3 games tonight. No Canadian teams playing. No shock there. 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific. Boston's in against the Washington Capitals. Boston 18-11-2 at this point. The Washington Capitals 27-9, and it's interesting because Boston's looking to solidify their hold on a playoff spot, right? And they would have seen that Detroit gets a point last night, and so they have to be aware that if they don't keep up their pace, if they fall off, there is a team in Detroit that could get hot and maybe catch them of the teams that are behind them. For the Capitals, on the other hand, this 20 wins in 36 games, it's got to be a situation where the team knows they have to be better. So this could be a good game tonight. This is the first of 3 meetings between these teams. They had a pretty good rivalry last year. We'll see how it goes this year. On the Boston side, Howla, I think, has had a better year than the numbers would show. Howla has 2 goals and 7 assists for 9 points. He's had a lot of opportunities. He's been moved around to different lines. But I get the feeling that he might be ready to break out and get at least some goals and points. I don't expect a lot from Howla, though. And then Lars Eller is one of the more unsung heroes in the game, if you're going to go there. 6 goals, 11 assists, 17 points, and he kind of does a little bit of everything for the Washington Capitals. So, should be interesting to see how that one turns out tonight. 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific, the Seattle Kraken in against the Colorado Avalanche. The first meeting, Colorado scored 7. It's what they do. They won that game 7-3 on November 19th. Seattle's 10-19-4. It's going in the wrong direction, but Yanni Gourde has been good since he joined the team. 25 games, 8 goals, 11 assists, 19 points. So at the very least, Gourde has done well. There are players who are scoring pretty well for Seattle. It's a matter of getting that team around them that can get some wins together. The Colorado Avalanche now 21-8-2 overall. JT Compher's had a very good start to the season. 19 games for him. 7 goals, 5 assists, 12 points. So in the games that he's played, he's been very effective. And it's that secondary scoring that's going to be a question mark for Colorado. Much the same as like Boston. It's once you get past the first line, do you have enough to maybe win a championship? And with Boston, the answer's been no for the last few years. For Colorado, it's kind of been no as well. We'll see how this year turns out for them. The next meeting between these teams is scheduled to take place on April 20th. We'll see when it does. At 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific, the New York Rangers in against the LA Kings. The Rangers 23-9-4 overall. Capo Caco only has 5 goals and 8 assists, but I've been very impressed with his play this year. I think his two-way play, his 200-foot game, is better than I had expected. And so it makes up for, maybe you're not getting the goals and the assists that you might want at this point, but the offense is still there and he's playing pretty well. And on the Kings side, where they're 17-13-5, Drew Doughty only played 16 games so far this year, but 4 goals, 14 assists, 18 points. Having one of the best years Doughty's had in a while. So this is the first of 2 meetings. The next one's scheduled to take place on January 24th. And again, we'll see, right? The NHL this week should be announcing when some games are going to take place, filling in some of the schedule, and we'll see what they do and just how many games certain teams have over a short period of time, because there are some teams that have had a lot of delays and a lot of postponements. And there's a lot of questions yet to be answered by the NHL on how they're going to make it all work. But I'll be here to report on it when it happens. And again, I'll keep as even keel as possible while the camera's rolling. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. Don't forget to let me know your winners in the comment section below, as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe either. If you're browsing your way through, you just happen upon this video. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I'll talk to you again soon.